Good day, I'm Twyla Whelan, and this is your JIS News for Monday, June 24, 2024. Students turned out more proficient and highly proficient results in all PEP subjects this year. Minister of Education Favour Williams shared the results in a press conference at her ministry's offices on Friday. Of note, 72% of students achieved proficiency or higher in science, a 6-point increase from the previous year. Social studies also recorded 72% proficiency or highly proficient, a 5-point increase from 2023. There was also notable progress in mathematics.
This year, 60% of our students are in the proficient or highly proficient categories. 67% of students were proficient or highly proficient in language arts for the 2024 administration of the grade 6 PEP. This was a 7 percentage point increase in this achievement level band for 2024 when compared to 2023.
The Education Minister attributes these achievements to the intensive intervention activities implemented last year.
So just to point out that there was significant work done last year, there were a number of intervention activities that were implemented. And so you can see that we will be intensifying our efforts even more in this year for preparation of PEP for next year, because we've seen where these strategies have helped our students to perform better.
Meanwhile, 86.7% or 30,302 of the students who sat the primary exit profile PEP exam this year have been placed in one of their preferred schools. 3,928 were placed in high schools near their current primary schools. Minister of Education and Youth Favour Williams also reveals that only 340 students required manual placement this year.
That's the lowest that we've seen if you look back at the numbers for 2021, 2022, and 2023. Just to remind Jamaicans as to what we are testing for in these various exams, the grade 4 performance task. These tests are designed to measure students' higher order thinking skills by placing them in a real-world situation where they apply their knowledge and skills to demonstrate evidence of their competence in the subject.
For information on placement, parents and guardians can get in touch with their children's schools or view the results at www.dpisonline.com. Still on education, schools are being encouraged to have all boys classes to reduce the attainment gap between boys and girls at the primary level. The recommendation was made by the Minister of Education and Youth, Favour Williams, during a plenary session at last week's 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference.
So schools that have done it, they've seen good results because boys together seem to learn better, and in time they're reintegrated back with the girls. We know that boys learn differently. They respond to teaching differently. And so we're doing that.
Parents are also being encouraged to support their boys in pursuing technical and vocational education training, TVET, at the high school level.
We know that the hands-on teaching and learning is very good for our boys. We're encouraging our parents, you know, when their sons come home and say, I want to do TVET subjects, not to discourage them, because we know now that TVET, and we've been preaching this, is on the same platform as traditional education.
Businesses are being urged to use the accredited quality infrastructure provided by JANAC to create products and services that the world demands and that will raise Jamaica's exports and create wealth for the country. The urging comes from the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Senator Aubin Hill.
JANAC is leading that charge this morning with its quality infrastructure to make sure your products and goods are accredited through labs that are respected around the world.
He was addressing JANAC's recent CEO breakfast and rebranding ceremony. The Jamaica National Agency for Accreditation has been rebranded with a new logo, vision and mission statement, as well as an improved website. The transformation aims to enhance JANAC's already impressive growth and ensure its brand has a more powerful reach globally to push Jamaican exports.
What was once known as Jamaica National Agency for Accreditation is now JANAC Global Accreditation. Very simple. We do this globally.
406 applications have been received for funding support under the Jamaica Screen Development Initiative, JSDI. The $1 billion financing initiative by the government is aimed at bolstering and enriching the local film industry while attracting destination films. President of JAMPRO, Shillette Cox, gave an update recently.
The demand for specialized content is a growing niche area that Jamaica can capitalize on. And it is therefore imperative that mechanisms are established to maximize and optimize this opportunity in a sustainable way, which will result in the exponential growth of the industry.
Deputy Director of the Jamaica Tourist Board, Peter Mullings, says the JTB welcomes the opportunity to amplify Jamaica's visibility as a destination for tourists.
We believe that by aligning our brand with this type of offering, we can create compelling stories that resonates with our target audience and drives visitor interest and engagement. Together, we can create memorable experiences for attendees and leave a lasting impression that inspires them to return and explore more of what Jamaica has to offer.
They were speaking at the recent launch of the Black River Film Festival. A workshop for young filmmakers aged 14 to 18 years will be held at the St. Elizabeth Technical High School on June 28, while the film festival itself will take place at Lola's on the Beach on June 29 and 30. And finally, motorcyclists are again being urged to take responsibility for their safety and adhere to road safety regulations. The call was reiterated by Prime Minister Andrew Holness last week during a ceremony to hand over 200 helmets to bikers in St. Anne's Bay. Mr. Holness emphasized that wearing a helmet was an essential measure that could prevent unnecessary tragedies on our roadways. He said the distribution of helmets was a good investment that could ease the strain on the health sector as it regards treating related injuries.
The cost of treating them is 1,000 times greater when you put all those accidents together than the cost of buying these helmets and giving it freely to them. I wish to make the point that the statistics around the wearing of helmets suggest that you have a close to 70% chance of avoiding serious injury if you wear a helmet while riding and you are involved in a crash.
Data from the Island Traffic Authority reveals that between January and June 20 this year, 64 motorcyclists have died from fatal collisions. In 2022, the Prime Minister pledged to distribute 10,000 helmets free of cost to bikers across the country. To date, 2,000 helmets have been sourced and the distribution has commenced. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Twyla Whelan. Thanks for watching.